to the bottom of the circle, kick out right side. Hammond driving, jump pass inside. Jabari slams with 2 hands. Nice feed that time by Hammond, and Jabari with the jam. He's got 4. Buffs are on top by 2. De Silva lob it on the left block, taken by Jabari. Give and go, and a slam by De Silva. Holy cow! De Silva lobbed it inside, cut along the short corner on the left side, and a windmill dunk with the right hand. And there's some images from the Colorado Buffaloes NIT game versus the Bonnies at St. Bonaventure. Back in the Stampede, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson, head coach Dad Boyle joining us here for a couple of minutes. So when it ends for you, is it just like you fall off a cliff and try to figure out what life's all about? Or what happens?
You get busy at the end of the year. I forget every year that when the season ends, you get busier because you have year-end player meetings, which took about 48 hours to get done, and then things just start coming at you right and left. People try to leave you alone during the season, and then when it's over with, they start coming at you. But it's good busy, and it's always a shock, to your system because you're used to getting up and getting the practice plan ready for the day and figure out who you got to play next, and there is no next.
We were just talking before we went on camera. That St. Bonaventure team is really. They went and took care of Oklahoma quite convincingly over the weekend. That's a good basketball team you lost.
They are. We knew they were. A lot of experience. 5 seniors played 30+ minutes a game, and you don't play bad teams in mid-March. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you're playing in mid-March, you're a good team. We were a good team. We really improved as the year went on. But St. Bonaventure's, it just shows you what getting old is all about in college basketball. We're a bunch of young newbies. We had 1 senior. They had 5 Evan Baddies out there.
That's right. Without question. So when you sit here today, now that you've had a week or so to kind of look back upon it, how do you view this past season? Winning over 20 games once again, getting to the postseason?
It was a good year. It was a good. I wouldn't say it's a great year, but it was a good year. I think again, I always judge our team on how much improvement they make from day one until the end of the season. I thought this team really grew, really developed. We knew that there were going to be growing pains with this team, and there were. But I'm really proud of this group. Obviously, we had some injuries. Everybody has injuries. Sure. That's part of it. COVID. Everybody had to deal with COVID. But I'm really proud of this group sticking together. The camaraderie, the chemistry was as good as it's ever been.
Yeah, the Buffaloes end up with 21 wins in the campaign as they get knocked out in the first round of the NIT. After that ball game versus the Bonnies, we heard from one of the Buff greats, one of the favorites of all time, Evan Baddy. Hammond with a ball fake, drives away to paint, shovels off to Silva down the paint, scoop it up the window with the right hand. It's up and good.
We weren't ready to play tonight, emotionally, mentally, and they were happy to be here. They were happy to be in the NIT. They were happy to have a chance to compete and advance, and we didn't play like it. A team that can have positive energy throughout the game and throughout possessions and throughout their time here in practice and weights, and that's the team that's going to get better. That's the team that's going to advance and elevate to a new level. They did that today. If you asked me what I would have kept the story beginning of us being in Arizona or have the chance to play in front of all these fans, the people I love, and the whole community again, I would choose the latter every time. I'm all about the Buffs, so I thought we were going to keep playing. It's been an honor, playing in front of the fans and the community, and the fans showed out today. We didn't give them a good show.
Evan Baddy, after the Buffaloes get knocked out of the NIT in the first round, talking about the kind of his career there and the season that he just completed with the Buffaloes, as we continue with Tad Boyle. You mentioned a while ago postseason player meetings. What is that for folks watching? What does that consist of? What's the accomplishment you're looking for?
Well, for guys like Evan and the seniors, it's about, okay, what's next for you? How can I help you? How can we help you as you move on to your professional career or whatever it is you want to do? Obviously, with the returning players, I always say, in the months of September through March, it's every decision we make is about what's best for the program, what's best for Colorado basketball. These player meetings are totally different. It's not about what's best for the program now. It's about what is best for you. So that individual player, what do they need to get improved on? What do they need to get better at? Where are they playing time-wise? Did they start? Did they not start? How many minutes did they play? What are their goals? So it's all about what's best for that individual player. Obviously, a guy like Jabari Walker. Hey, Jabari, what is best for you? What's the next steps? A lot of education that goes into all the things that go into what he's going to go through the next 2 months of his life. And we want these players to make decisions that are best for them.
So it's that decision he's got to make about going to the NBA or not.
Correct.
What role do you play in that? His parents, obviously,
Yeah.
other folks involved in that?
Yeah, I mean, look, my role is to give him information and get as much information as I can get on my end and share that with him and his family. So really, it's about giving him solid, concrete information. Obviously, our compliance office is involved. There's a lot of paperwork that has to go into testing the waters, put your name in the draft, and then if he decides to come back to get your name out of the draft, we give him a lot of draft information for the last 2-3 years.
Sure.
He can see what players have done that have declared early for the draft, and some good decisions that were made and some bad decisions that were made, and he's got to make the best decision for him.
All right. Now it's time for you to work in a golf game, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Soon as
can't
it
wait for
stops-
the weather to
I was going
turn.
to say, as soon as it stops snowing. Head coach Tad Boyle as we take a little break here. The Buffalo Stampede up next. Speaking of snowing, we're talking skiing. Back in a moment.